to go on my phone. You want to see my outfit for today? It's double skirt, my red cowboy boots, and this thrifted H&M's wool sweater. Isn't she cute? Isn't she a dream? I'm gonna be changing my shoes while I'm talking. You got don't play with me right now. Don't play with me. My hair is back to curly. It's been like an entire week of being pigtails, not pigtails, like pom-poms and hair up in a makeshift bun. I had to let it go. I had to. So I was like, you know what, Jalissa, you gotta wash your hair. So I succumbed to it, not yesterday, the day before yesterday. I'm taking my tights off too. Hold on. Ooh, almost fell, y'all. Woo. I feel dumb sweaty. That's why I'm taking everything off. You're like, you could have paused the video. But why do that? Where's the fun in that? But anyway, if I can't. No, this is the wrong light. Clearly, I'm not prepared. It was like off the whim. Y'all see, I got kava today for dinner. And I got a Sprite that's 0 sugar. I knew it was 0 sugar because 0 sugar just has like a taste where it tastes overly sweet. And it's like, girl, I ain't come here to drink soda for it to be, what is it, healthy. I'm drinking soda, be so for real. But nevertheless, I'll be drinking it with my kava. But look what I got from TJ Maxx, y'all. Fenty hair. It's the shampoo, but I hope one day I find like the conditioner and the other things of her brand. Cause my mom told me that one time she found like her hair mask and everything. And I'm looking at my mother like, why you wouldn't get everything? Or at least the hair mask, you know, and I could have just built up, you know, the brand little by little, you know what I'm saying? My favorite curling cream that I literally use to do this hairstyle, I found it. It was a good chunk of this particular one. And there, all I need to find is the hair mousse that I love and this other curling cream that I think I've seen before in Marshall's before. But the hair mousse, not really. But it's much, this one, $7.99 compared to Beauty Supply store, it's like $13. $14. Like, it's a $7 difference. $7 is better than $14. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. And also got a foundation stick, a mineral sheer stick from Supergoop. So that's cool. That's cool. But let's talk about, no, we can't talk about that actually, because I'm gonna talk about that in a full video about it. Just saying that I'm addicted to Hunger Games. Already 10 chapters in. I'm addicted. I love it. And you know, I talk crap. I did talk crap at one point. But you know, sometimes you gotta see it to believe it, to understand. And I did. And I'm a believer. I'm a Susan Collins. Was it Suzanne? Suzanne Collins truther. I am. And I know we have like 2 weeks left to January. Which this January is like the first January that's actually went by pretty fast. Like, usually Januaries are pretty slow, but this is like the first January is actually like speeding on by. But nevertheless, my other bestie's Eli's birthday this week, so potentially we doing a going out, trying to film when I go out this weekend for their birthday. Hopefully I remember to actually vlog. I told you this is why I don't make myself be considered a vlogging channel, because I suck at vlogging. I really am. Like, I will take like, maybe I will take one video, like a scenery, maybe, but like I'm not trying to be like that person. Like, I'm so in the moment, but I really be in the moment that I just be forgetting to record. So they burning stuff in my house, y'all. They burning this shit in my house. Let me pause until this stops.
We didn't think.
All right, I'm back.
Much,
the stuff. Oh, let me pause this video. The sound stopped. So like I was saying, I told crap, yes, but Suzanne Collins, girl. You're not that bad. You're not that bad. You're not that bad. You're not that bad. I'm gonna use this as a mic until one day I finally get a mic. I cannot wait to actually get a mic. That's something I want to get potentially next month. I think it's time for a mic. I'm ready to get a mic. I'm ready to get a mic, y'all. I'm ready. But there was something I was talking about, and then the sound came, and now I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh, my bestie's birthday's this weekend. Like I said, I'm like, I don't want to be the person that in the moment, but I really be in the moment until like the day is done. And I'm like, damn, I should have recorded. Like I could have had some good content. Like if I do something really cool, like just a solo day, I'm like, dang, I should have recorded today. Today was pretty like popping and awesome. Why didn't I record? But I'm not used to doing that in my everyday life. So like the idea of recording my day just feels really weird to me. I'm really mad that I'm holding this remote like it's a mic, but it's kind of fun. I feel like a talk show host right now. Not a podcaster. I don't want to be considered a podcaster. I would never make a podcast. I don't know why every influencer wants to make a podcast. No tea, no shade, no pink lemonade. But everybody doesn't need a podcast. Just do long form content on YouTube talking about things. But then everybody doesn't want to be also a commentary channel because there's so many commentary channels. Everybody doesn't need to be a commentary channel. Just speak what you want to speak about and don't consider yourself a commentary channel. There's my two things that I have gripes with that I just wish we could leave in 2025. Commentary channels and podcasts. No shade. It's just too many of them. It's too many of them. Like, just say what you want to say, but don't, you know what I mean. I want to be like a news anchor. You know, that's like one of my dreams that I wanted to do was be a news anchor. Like, just giving out the news. But like, news now is so corrupted and like paid off to not talk about certain things that I feel like they would fire me because I would just be off the grain all the time. They would fire me like, get her off the screen. Cut her fucking mic. So yeah. But yeah, back to what I was saying. I'm not used to vlogging. That's why I would never consider myself a vlogging channel. Even if I get a mic, even if I get a better, camera, I just will not consider myself a vlogging channel because I just don't remember to vlog. I don't know how other people do it. They are troopers to remember to vlog and all that. I can't. I just can't. I can't. And I already feel awkward when I just talk, walking the street and people staring at me. I will still talk. I wish I act like I'm on FaceTime. That's how I kind of like beat the allegations, is I just act like I'm on FaceTime. But I'm just not a vlogging person. That's why I was like, I'd rather just, if I vlog something, I vlog something, but I keep my stuff as video diaries or chit chats because majority of the time I love talking. I just like putting my camera in my face and yapping my little gums off because I was the girl that she talks a lot on her report card. And that's why YouTube is perfect for me. But other books that I've been currently reading outside of the Hunger Games is 1201. I got the author's name. Let's look on my Kindle. I need to finish this one book called The Love Syllabus. I'm going to try to finish it today. I've been trying to finish this book. It's on 79% since July. Ladies and gentlemen, and those in between. It is, 1201 is, the author is Bella J. Ladies and gentlemen, they, thems, the like. I have literally been trying to finish this book called The Love Syllabus since July. I'm on 79% since July. Why did I never finish that book? I have no idea. I'm not that far off from finishing it. And my cat just busted in the room. Pause that thought so I can close the door. He just ran out the room when I was trying to close the door. He ran out the room, so. He busts in and then he leaves. Whatever. So like I said, I've been trying to finish The Love Syllabus since literally July of last year. Have yet to finish it. But I'm going to try to finish tonight. Like, girly pop. It's only 200 something pages. I'm on 227. Girl. What up? You ain't finish it. He's come back for his revenge, my son. Yeah. So I'm going to try to finish this tonight. 1201 by Bella J is so good because this woman literally got cheated on by her fiance with his cousin. They were not blood cousins. You know how like black people say, oh, that's my cousin because they knew somebody for a long time. That's how it was. And he cheated on her cheated on her, the female lead, with the cousin. Let me close the door again. So yeah, he cheated on her with his cousin. The reason she found out. I can't wait to move so I can stop having everybody talking in the background of my videos. I can't wait to move. Manifesting. By the end of this year, second half of this year, I'm in my own apartment, y'all. Manifest with me. Manifest with me. Thank you. Any horrors. The reason she found out that he was cheating on her is because the cousin being the girl being messy. The female lead name is Time. The female cousin was being messy, and she sent a sex tape to Time. Bro. And so she got one of her parts of her look back time was that he ended up getting married to the girl that he cheated on Time with. In the same place he was supposed to get married to Time at. I'm sorry, but people was like, that's not right, that what she did. But she messed up his wedding. Now, did it really destroy everything? They still ended up still getting married. She ended up going to jail for a bit. But the twist is that his twin brother bailed her out. And she got her liquors back to her cheating ex by sleeping with his twin brother. Yeah. That's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get. She got her lick back and she cheated on him. She not cheated on him. She got her lick back by sleeping with his twin brother. I was like, yeah. And you know, it's funny because one of the YouTubers that I like on here, Booktubers, she was talking about like books of like messy female leads and black books. And once she said that as her description, I already knew I had to read this book. In reading it myself, wasn't kind of slow and nasty for them to get to this point. But like, and then when you find out the meaning behind 1201, the title of the book, you're like, wow, kinky. But that's all I'm gonna give you about this book. But because I'm like, how much percent in it? Like 30% in the book? No, I'm 30% in Hunger Games, 50 something, like half of the 1201 book. So I feel like I'll be done with all these books by like at the end of the week, because I would just be like, I'm gonna finish the Love Syphilis tonight, then finish Hunger Games this week, as well as 1201, and then I will tell y'all all my thoughts of 1201 and Love Syllabus when I'm done with them. But you already know Hunger Games is getting its own video, as well as me watching the film. The day I finish, I feel like the day I finish the book is the same day I'm gonna watch the film, and I will just record the same exact day, because I want it fresh in my mind of my comparisons. I'll probably write down like what things were not there and what things were, so I can be more concise of what my thoughts are. But that's all I have to say of today. Today I want my mom to get her a mammogram. I got some coffee for dinner. I'm about to watch some YouTube. And then I'm gonna film a TikTok of my thoughts of part 1 of Hunger Games, and I will also be putting it on my shorts on here. So, but you guys should still follow me on TikTok, because I show my outfits for the day on TikTok, because sometimes I forget to put them here. So follow me on TikTok as well, and my Instagram. They're both the same name. No, they're not, lies. They're both in my description box. But I will be seeing you again potentially tomorrow, because I'm going outside again tomorrow. And then you'll probably, yeah. So I'm done chatting with you guys with my fake mic in my hand. It's kind of cool. I'm feeling great right now. But I love you all. I have people on my phone. And I'll see you tomorrow. And look at me. I finally did my makeup after not doing my makeup for mad long either. So we're feeling hot today. Okay. Toodaloo. Mwah. Hi, hot people with my phone. If you see some people reflected in the back, it's because I have my mirror right in front of me. If you obviously see, if you hear yelling, that's my brother playing the game. If you know, you know. But look how good and full my hair looks. This is day 5 hair. And we're still going this strong. Like, I was just talking about it to myself, and I was like, let me record my thoughts. I cut my hair twice in my 20s. I literally just peeped that. So let me just go to this moment. So I have these 2 large pimples growing on my face. I think they're growing big or coming out because I just got my medicated cleanser from my dermatologist because I saw her this week. So pimples have been like getting big and like nasty. So I don't have many pimple patches. I brought these large ones from Curology. So what I do bootleg is I cut them into smaller pieces and I use them. Why buy miniature when I have these already? Back to what I was talking about with my hair. I cut my hair twice in my 20s. I just like peeped it. I cut it the first time when I was about to turn 21. So in my beginning, like in my literally my mid 20-year-old self. And then I cut it again when I was, I believe, like when I was about to, like before I turned 24, I was already 25 already. I cut it. So 4 years ago, I think I cut my hair the second time. So I literally cut my hair twice in the matter of like a couple years apart. It's quite wild why I cut it twice in my 20s. I don't know, just had to let go things twice in my 20s. I guess so. But look how like full and luscious it is. Like, oh my God. And I feel like it looks better because my hair is its natural color. I feel like if it would have been like my red or my ginger, I feel like I would have not liked it as much in this stage. I can't explain it. It's just something about it being its natural color and this like fullness. Like it just looks so good. And I was supposed to go out tonight with this hair. It would have just looked so bomb. But plans got canceled because the birthday person had to cancel. Yeah, they had to cancel because they got sick. Get better, Queen. Get better, Eli. Dang, my box fell. So, yeah, they got sick. So, the birthday plans had to get canceled. And you're not gonna lie, I was kind of looking forward to the birthday festivities. And I'm kind of sad. I'm gonna move my camera up. I'm kind of sad that it's not happening anymore. I'm not gonna lie. I was looking forward to it. Even though it was gonna go extremely late, I was looking forward to like going to the club scene really late. Not even gonna cap to y'all. Ooh, hurt myself. I'm not even gonna cap to you guys. I was kind of looking forward to it. But it's supposed to be Brick City in the city this weekend, all the way till next week. Like I looked at my phone weather app. Girl, that weather is spooky. My weather app does like a cool thing. So like it has like a thermometer. So if it's red, that means it's gonna be extremely hot. And then when it's blue, it's gonna be extremely cold. When I looked at my weather app, literally, I think 4 or 5 days next week, the thermostat was blue. I was like, it's gonna be brick. I'm not going outside if need to. I have no appointments next week. I really have nowhere to go next week. Stay in the crib. Hopefully, my brochure takes my brochure hold so I could apply to my classes that I want to do, because the last day to apply is next Sunday, which is the 1st of February. For me, I should have did this weeks ago, but here nor there. It's just that like little intermission from the weather. I have like a hold because I couldn't pay my tuition for last semester, but since I'm back on like good academic standing, I want to see if I'm able to like be like, look, I applied for a loan to be able to pay for next semester's bill. Can I like get the hold off so I could apply for the classes this semester so that I could potentially start next week? Now I'm thinking about like, do I really want to go to school next week? It's supposed to be brick. Like the first day of classes I think would be Monday, which I would have a Monday class if I gave to apply for my classes. But with the snow, it might not even be classes on Monday. And so I don't know how long it's going to take for like brochures to see my emails and tell me. So like I really won't start to probably like the second week of the semester, which is fine because like it just never happened to me personally. But like since you have till the 1st, there is going to be like people that's late into the semester coming in talking about like, hey, I applied to class just a little later, but like we're here now. And the first week of the class is really not that big of a deal. It's usually just like the syllabus and all that. It's not really like when we start the nitty gritty. So back to the weather. But yeah, it's supposed to be Brick City, and I'm just kind of like, it's supposed to be gold. So for all my northeastern people, stay warm. Need not need to go outside. Don't go outside. If you do gotta go outside, bundle up. I just send all my love to and hope that the homeless and the homeless, you know, people, animals all find shelter to stay in this brittle cold, because it's going to get cold real bad. Now let's go on to media that I have consumed this week. I finally finished a book that I've had on my Kindle Unlimited since July of last year. I'm not even joking, y'all. Like, literally July of last year, I've had this book on 79%. I don't know why I did not finish it last year in July. I don't know what happened. I probably got consumed by other books and I could put that one on the back burner by mistake. But I finally finished it literally I finished it today. So happy I finally finished it. I just, it all clicked to me and consumed me why I love the book so much. I love this particular characters in this book. And there is a lot of trigger warnings in this book. Not a lot, but there will be triggering of domestic abuse, loss of a child, loss of a partner, loss of a family member. So if any of that will, cause issues, I would say just either stay clear of the book or just go in precautions when reading this book. But basically, our female lead used to work in a school. She used to be a teacher, but because of her nasty, disgusting ex-husband, Corey, you probably heard me talking about this book months ago, because I did talk about this book months ago. If you go down the line of my videos, you would see I talked about this. Girl, I'm glistening because I just took a shower, so I'm all oiled up. Ooh, collar cleavage. But yeah, if you really look down my videos, you would probably potentially see that book. You would probably see it. And you'd be like, girl, didn't you talk about this book? Yes. And I'm finally finishing it. It is called, you know what, let me not try to second guess. I literally have my iPad right here, so I can just literally look on my good notes and just see what book was it. Because my memory is shot sometimes. So I already finished 3 books this year so far. My goal is 50. I put 50 as my goal. I finished 3 books. So it's called The Love Syllabus. And our female lead is Carrie Kind and the male lead is Victor Grimes. So Carrie Kind, like I said, she was a teacher. She worked in the district in her area, but because of her abusive ex-husband, Corey, basically became the superintendent of the district. He basically fired her and a whole bunch of other teachers and just put the people that he wanted in there to stay in there. So she was out of a job. She was running low on money and she wanted to, obviously make income to survive. So she applied, no, lies. Well, she did apply, but the mom of our male lead, Victor, she basically was like, you could be a babysitter / a homeschool teacher for my granddaughters, because they're homeschooled because they have disabilities. One has a disability issue with her arm, another one has a missing leg due to an accident that caused, sadly, the death of a parent for them as well as their grandparent. Really, really tragic. When Victor went into the details of that day, why did I say details twice? The details of that day to Carrie towards the ending of the book, when you read that, it brought tears to my eyes, and I feel like it would bring tears to your eyes. It is this book is very much a tearjerker as well, especially talking about, the death and domestic violence. It's going to bring tears out of you. It brought tears out of me. I'm a sensitive gal. I will cry at a drop of a dime. Trust me, when I talk about the shows that I watched this week that caused me to tear up, we'll get into that. So the book is excellent. I give it a 5-star. I knew I was gonna give a 5-star from the beginning when I read the book, and when I started reading it again today, and it all came back to me now. That's on Celine Dion. It made me remember, wow, I remember how much this book is a tearjerker. I remember how amazing Victor was to Carrie and his care for her. And just also, this book also shows you the importance of having a community, especially when you get into such a hard situation as domestic violence, where your husband or whoever your partner is basically use the resources of having people in high places to make you be silenced, and having your side and your people, be it friends, family, a new partner, be there for you and be like, no, we believe you, we love you, we care for you, and we're gonna get justice for you. And it was just amazing to see, even people that, my brother is so freaking loud in the back. I cannot understand it. But it's just beautiful to see like the people that just wrapped around Carrie and was there for her. I just was like, I'm medicated, but he better tread lightly. Anyway, so it was very much a big old community, and it made me think of like any person who's in this situation. I hope that you have community standing by you, you know, help you every line of the way out of when you're finally out of the situation, being there for you, caring for you, loving you, and hoping you that helping you to get out of the situation. I really grant that. People that are going through immense grief of losing a partner, a family member, whoever it may be, hoping that you as well have good community to be there for you and guide you through that grief, no matter how long it's been. And that's just my words of that. I also got a new book today that it's one of my main books I want to read for my TBR for Black History Month. So this is called Claiming Our Space: How Black Feminists Are Changing the World from the Tweets to the Street by Feminista Jones. I have this particular woman. She's about it. I think this is one of 3 or 4 books that she has, but this is the only book that I could find that my library has. And I was like, whoa, my library has it. So I had to get it. I feel like the minute I found that my library had it, I was like, yeah, I want to get this book, read it for Black History Month. It's one of my 3 main books I want to read for Black History Month as my Black History Month or / February TBR. So the other 2 books, once I finish Hunger Games, I'm gonna go to the library and pick up the 2 other books that I want to read. One of the books I want to read is I finally trying to complete Honey and Spice. Is that what it's called? Let me look. Hold that thought, y'all. Hold that thought. I have been trying to read this book about 2-3 times, and I always hear, Honey and Spice by Bolu Babalola. She has another book now, this Arthur, and I'm like, I don't want to read her second book just yet if I haven't read her first book. I know they're like individual standalones, like they're not like series, but I'm like, I don't want to read this Arthur's second book if I haven't read their first book. And like I said, I've been trying to read this book like 3 or 4 times, or 2-3 times, and every time I just can't get into it. And I'm like, why? Because I know this book is probably good, because everybody, especially in the Black, book talk space, talks about how good it is. And I'm like, I need to see what you all are seeing. I'm trying. So hopefully in this Black History Month, I'm actually able to complete it and tell y'all my review for it, hopefully next month. Another one I want to read is Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler. As another book of my 3 books that I want to read in Black History Month. I just feel like they're just the ones that I need to read, for Black History Month, like I said already. And I hope you enjoy the ride with me of reading these 3 books and me reviewing them as I read them along. And obviously when I'm finally done with them, I'll tell you my fast thoughts. I want to do them via TikToks and put my TikTok, transfer them to shorts. I just have to learn to not talk too much on my TikTok, because TikTok has 10 minutes you can talk, but in shorts is only up to 2 minutes and some change. So trying to learn to shorten what I say, not talk too much, because when I do my long form content of this would be my full on YouTube video. So yeah, that's all I wanted to lies. I was gonna say that's all I want to talk about. No, Percy Jackson has had their final episode of season 2, which is Sea of Monsters. It ended on such a beautiful note. The changes they did of how Zeus saved Thalia by making her a tree, kind of find out he wanted to use her as a weapon to defeat his daddy Kronos, and she basically told him I don't want to be anybody's weapon. Kronos knows that she is a big part of the big 3. She's almost 16. She could defeat Olympus. He goes back to power. But Zeus knows if she's all powerful, because she my daughter, she'll be able to defeat Kronos. But I feel so bad for her, because she's just I don't want to be anybody's weapon. I am my own person. Leave me alone. And so basically Zeus is pissed and turned her into a tree. So it really gives a good back and forth of is she gonna stay on? So now Percy's oh my god, as she could basically destroy Camp Half-Blood, join Luke and wanting to destroy Olympus because she has this grudge against her daddy for turning her into a tree, or if she can be like, Luke, you're bugging, I don't want to do that. And, you know, if you read the book, you know that she joins Artemis and her crew so that basically she is no longer considered a demigod anymore. And I think she stays permanently that age so that she could be like, y'all can't use me for nothing. Y'all on your own. So now poor Bert, like, that's why Sally Jackson's thing of saying, like, you're going to have to hold the world on your shoulders, because that actually does happen in the Titan's curse. He ends up holding the earth, which is a Latin Atlas curse, and to take that burden off of when after, you know, Annabeth gets kidnapped by Luke, which is just gonna, you know, when you see the anger of Percy in this season, he's gonna lose his medulla when Annabeth is gone next season. He's gonna lose his motherfucking medulla. Like, he's gonna lose his motherfucking medulla, and I'm ready for crashing out Percy Jackson. Like, I'm ready for Percy to crash out because his girl is missing. That's not his girl, but he don't know that he want her to be his girl, but it's gonna be his girl. Tyson, my baby, my love. You top three. No. Yeah, top three. Yes. I'm not wrong. It's Annabeth, Percy, and Tyson. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, Clarice, you in top 5. You number 4. Because Clarice did her biggest one this season. Like, she was getting me a little aggy, but I get it because her daddy's just like that too. So it's like, but like in the end, I was like, girl. And I feel bad for her because her little crush betrayed them. Like, my sister couldn't get a break. She was like, mate, like, my crush really gonna betray me like this? Like, no. And then, like, I'm gonna miss Tyson next season because he's not gonna be there. He doesn't come back to Labyrinth, which is the 4th book. So I'm gonna miss Tyson. When he said that to Percy, was like, I prayed for a friend and the gods brought me a brother. When I say I was boo-hooing, I boo-hooed. Girl, like, y'all don't understand. I was crying. I said, Tyson, you my baby. Allegedly, he's 8 years old technically, in like Cyclops age, but obviously he's bigger than that. It's just like, he's just a boy. And then when Luke was beating the bricks off my nephew Percy, I was like, nephew, get up. He is beating your ass. Get up. He was punching his shit. Yo. I was like, Luke, get off. You was a grown man. Almost a grown man. He's almost 20. You was almost a grown-ass man beating on a 13-year-old. Get off him. And then when girl Alice is gonna shoot my girl Annabeth, you a hater. Your time is coming. I don't know when, but your time is coming, bitch. Tread and lightly, ho. Cause why you shooting my sis? Like, why you shooting my sis? Like, not that once. But it ended on a beautiful note of, like, basically Percy kind of popped his chest up, asserting like, whoa, Thalia, just cause you here, watching you, man. I'm watching you. And then the teaser of Annabeth being like, Percy, let's go for a dance. Like, that's the only happiness we gonna see all season. Oh, Lord Jesus. I'm so excited. They was like, this new season's coming this year. I love that for me. Let's get a renewal for the next, just let's get a renewal already, Disney. Stop playing with me. Let's just get a renewal already for the last 2 seasons of the series. And then we could discuss Heroes of Olympus. That's what I gotta say about Percy Jackson. Now, the last form of media that I consumed this week is obviously The Pit, season 2, episode 3. So this was also a tearjerker, and they did not stop with the mess with this one. It was like emergency. Well, obviously it's an emergency, but like boom, 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 boom. I know the baby good because Dana said the baby's taking the formula well, so we know something's right with the baby. The girl we thought getting abused, come to find out she was not really getting abused, and I feel like Santos. Girl, you gotta stop putting your personal life and letting it fog your brain when it comes to these pages. I know you care about the kids, girl. I care about the kids too. But girl, you cannot put your animosity to whoever abused you and put it onto people assuming that that's what they did because it's clouding your judgment. Santos, stop. Okay? I know you got a heart of gold because you care about the children. I know you do. But you got Savannah, slow down. Let the professionals figure out the tea before you jump the gun. Okay? My sweetness is the new little nurse that Dana is, guiding under her wing. Such a cute patootie. I love how, like, Dana was there, for the homeless gentleman, and, being like, we'll get you some help, you get some resources to help you out. We're gonna feed you, da-da-da-da. Like, as you should. He is still a person, regardless of his circumstances. Period. The poor motorcycle couple. Well, not motorcycle. Well, yeah, because the poor motorcyclist, he did die, and the poor lady being so worried about her husband and just basically thinking about both of them, like, being in this very, dark situation of, like, hopefully their partner doesn't die, because the last time we talked to each other was arguing, and just putting in perspective of, like, we think about these small things are bigger, but when you get to the moment of, like, thinking somebody's literally about to potentially die, everything comes into perspective of, like, those things weren't as important as we assumed them to be. So I did jerk for that. The Jewish lady, she gave me ultimate tearjerker as well, because she talked about how she was a survivor of the mass shooting that happened in the Tree of Life, which is the actual real event that happened in a synagogue. And it just made me tear up of her talking about it with Robbie, and just basically saying that, like, since it's 4th of July, kids pop fireworks, it's a trigger for her PTSD, which makes sense. And she got burned because she dropped, I forgot what it's called, and it fell on her. And she talked to, forgot that lady's name, but she was like, she was thankful for her and the Muslim community for basically coming together and caring for them in their darkest time and paying for all their funerals. It was just, tear jerked me so bad. And just that, like, glimpse of moment of just being like, just because we were two separate religions doesn't mean that we have to sit here and be at each other's neck just because we believe in two different things. And to just see that amount of, like, community regardless of the fact that they were two separate religions. And then it was funny because she, like, ate Robbie up for being like, what do you mean you were on a motorcycle? You is a middle-aged man on a motorcycle. And I was like, yes, lady, eat him up. And then for him to be like, then it was like kind of subtle foreshadowing, because the motorcyclist died and he wasn't wearing a helmet, so that caused his death. And they was like, oh, he took this certain type of class. And he was like, Robbie, don't you take that class? And he was like, yeah, I took that class. And he was like, that's why I wear a helmet. But if you remember in the beginning of this first episode, when he was pulling up to the hospital, he wasn't wearing a helmet on his motorcycle. Just foreshadowing. Yeah. So that's basically went down. That one white family keeps having somebody injured. First, the guy with his burnt, was his arm burnt? Yeah, his arm was burnt. To another one, older gentleman, he had low blood pressure because he was taking high blood pressure medication. I was like, this family can't catch a goddamn break. Like, this white family can't catch a break. They just want to enjoy 4th of July, but they keep putting themselves in circuses because they can't get along. It's like they want to be together, but then they have very, strong personalities. They're a very funny bunch. And I'm finally happy that the deaf lady who was in the waiting room, they finally saw that she's deaf, and she needs an ASL translator for her, and they finally got her one, because I was like, poor baby just sitting there, don't know what's going on. Everybody call her name, she can't hear. Like, my girl's like, I need help, whatever that may be, but she needs somebody to help translate, because come on now. But so yeah, that's all the media I consumed. That's just been me this week, and I'm about to do my nails. I will show you a picture of my inspo right here, and I'm gonna do short stilettos. I've had these stilettos nails for the longest, and I've never used them. I always do almond, but I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna switch it up, and I'm gonna do stiletto today. So stiletto pumps in the club. So I'm excited to do stiletto style, but I will see y'all potentially next week to talk about any other forms of media that I consumed. And yeah, as always, like, comment, subscribe, share, hype, all that good stuff. And peace.